My fiancée said, "I'm canceling the wedding. I'm in love with the wedding planner." I replied, "I understand." Then I called the wedding planner's company and told them everything. He was fired instantly. When both of them showed up at my apartment at 3 a.m., original post I, 36 male, was supposed to get married in 3 weeks. Had been with Jessica, 32, for 4 years, engaged for the last 14 months. We hired this upscale wedding planning company about 8 months ago. Cost us $12,000 for full-service coordination. The wedding planner, Nolan, 29, was this smooth-talking guy who came highly recommended. Always dressed sharp, knew all the vendors, had that whole "I'll make your dreams come true" pitch down perfect. Jessica was impressed from day one. Looking back, the signs were there. The private vision meetings that I wasn't invited to. The late-night texts about centerpiece emergencies. The way she'd light up when he called. But I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? We were planning our wedding. Last Monday, Jessica asked to meet at our favorite coffee shop. She looked nervous, kept fidgeting with her engagement ring. Then she dropped it. "Brett, I need to tell you something. I'm canceling the wedding." My coffee cup froze halfway to my mouth. "What? Why? What's wrong?" "I'm in love with Nolan." Just like that. 4 years, gone. No build-up, no, "We need to talk about our relationship." Just, "I'm in love with the wedding planner." "How long?" I asked. 2 months. We didn't mean for it to happen. It just did. 2 months. While I was taste-testing cakes and picking groomsmen gifts, she was falling for the guy we were paying to plan our wedding. "So you've been?" "Yes." At least she didn't lie about that part. I sat there for maybe 30 seconds, processing. Then I said the only thing I could think of, "I understand." She blinked. You do?" "Yeah, these things happen. I'll handle canceling everything." She actually looked relieved. "Oh, thank God, I was so worried you'd make a scene. Can we stay friends?" "Sure, Jessica, whatever you need." She left after some awkward pleasantries about dividing our stuff. I sat there for another 10 minutes, then pulled out my phone. First call, my buddy Greg, who's a lawyer. "Need you on standby, might have some contract issues coming up." Second call, Prestige Event Planning, Nolan's company. "Hi, this is Brett Morrison. I need to speak with Mr. Castellano, the owner. It's urgent regarding Nolan Thatcher." Update 1. The professional consequences got through to Mr. Castellano within an hour. Turns out, Prestige Event Planning has a very strict policy about fraternization with clients. It's in their contract, their employee handbook, everything. They've been burned before. "Mr. Morrison, what exactly are you telling me?" "Nolan has been having an affair with my fiancée Jessica for 2 months. She just ended our engagement to be with him. I have texts, emails, and I'm happy to provide her confession if needed." Dead silence for about 10 seconds. "Mr. Morrison, I am deeply sorry. This is unacceptable. We'll investigate immediately." "I'm not looking for a refund," I said. "I just thought you should know what kind of person is representing your company." That was Monday afternoon. By Tuesday morning, Nolan was done. Castellano called me personally. "Mr. Morrison, we've terminated Nolan effective immediately. We've also discovered he was using company resources for personal meetings with your fiancée. We'll be refunding your entire payment, plus a settlement to avoid any legal action." "Would $18,000 be acceptable?" $18,000. "Our $12,000 back, plus $6,000 extra. That's very generous, Mr. Castellano." "It's damage control, Mr. Morrison. We can't have this getting out. There will be an NDA, of course." "Of course. But here's the thing about NDAs. They only cover my interactions with the company. They don't cover what Jessica told me, or what I might share about my personal experience with my ex-fiancée." Tuesday evening, I started canceling wedding stuff. The venue, understanding the situation, I was honest, said the bride left me for another man, refunded half our deposit. The caterer kept their deposit, but it was only $2,000. The photographer, who I'd known from college, refunded everything. Then I did something petty. I posted on social media, "Wedding's off. Jessica fell in love with someone else. These things happen. Anyone need a DJ for December 15th? Already paid for." I didn't name Nolan, didn't have to. Jessica's friends knew who the wedding planner was. Update 2. The entitlement begins Wednesday night. I get a call from Jessica. She's crying. "Brett, what did you do? Nolan got fired." "I didn't do anything. I just informed his employer that he was sleeping with a client." You vindictive bastard, you said you understood. I do understand. I understand that he violated his professional ethics and his employment contract. Natural consequences, Jess. He's going to lose everything. His apartment, his car, they were all tied to his job. Sounds like he should have thought about that before starting an affair with a client. I'm a person, not just a client. To him, you were both, and that's why he got fired. She hung up on me. Thursday morning, 7 a.m., someone's pounding on my door. It's Jessica with her sister Meredith. Meredith starts immediately. You need to call that company and fix this. Tell them you were mistaken. Morning to you too, Meredith. No. No? You destroyed Nolan's career over jealousy. I reported an ethics violation. His company made their own decision. Jessica jumps in. Brett, please, he's talking about suing you for defamation. I actually laughed. Or what? Telling the truth? Good luck with that. I have your confession, text between you two, and a recording of our coffee shop conversation. You recorded me? One-party consent state, Jess. Completely legal. Meredith tried a different approach. What about the deposits? The wedding costs? Jessica says you're keeping everything. I'm canceling everything and eating the losses, except for what I can get refunded, which goes to me since I paid for it all. That's financial abuse. No, that's me not paying for Jessica's wedding to another man. They left after more shouting, but this was just the beginning. Update 3. 3 a.m. Visit Friday was quiet. Too quiet. I should have known something was coming. Saturday, 3:07 a.m. Bang 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 on my door. I check my doorbell cam. It's Jessica and Nolan. I talk through the speaker. Go away or I'm calling the police. Nolan starts yelling, open this door. We need to talk man to man. We have nothing to discuss. Leave. You cost me everything. My job, my reputation, everything. You cost yourself everything when you slept with a client. Jessica chimes in. Brett, please, just hear us out. Nolan has a proposition. Against my better judgment, I opened the door but kept the chain on. Nolan looked rough, unshaven, wrinkled clothes. Far cry from the polished professional I'd hired. 5 minutes, I said. Nolan pulled out his phone. I have emails here. Emails where you talked about Jessica. Private things, intimate things you shared with me about your relationship problems. I stared at him. Are you trying to blackmail me? I'm trying to make a deal. You call Castellano, say it was a misunderstanding and these emails stay private. Those emails were sent in confidence to our wedding planner about our relationship. You're seriously threatening to violate client confidentiality to blackmail me? Jessica grabbed his arm. Nolan, maybe this isn't. Shut up, Jess. This is your fault too. Interesting. Trouble in paradise already? I pulled out my phone. I'm recording this interaction. You just attempted to blackmail me using confidential client information. Would you like to continue? His face went white. You can't record without one-party consent state, remember? I consent to recording myself. Now get off my property before I call the police. Jessica started crying. Brett, please don't call the cops. Nolan's already lost everything. Then he should stop trying to commit crimes. Leave. Now. They left, but not before Nolan punched my doorframe. I got that on camera too. Update 4. The unraveling Sunday afternoon, I get a call from Greg, my lawyer friend. Dude, did you piss off a wedding planner? I just got the weirdest threatening email. Nolan had sent emails to my employer, my parents, and several friends, trying to share proof that I was an abusive partner who sabotaged true love. The emails included screenshots of me venting about normal relationship frustrations, taken out of context complaints about wedding stress, some creative fiction about me being controlling. Problem was, he sent them from his professional email that still had his former company signature. And he forgot that those emails also showed his responses, including several where he was clearly flirting with Jessica while pretending to give professional advice. Greg was laughing. This idiot just gave us everything. He's violating client confidentiality, admitting to his affair timeline, and showing professional misconduct. Want me to destroy him? How much would that cost? For this slam dunk, I'll do it for the entertainment value. Maybe throw me a nice bottle of scotch. Monday morning, Greg sent a cease and desist letter to both Nolan and Jessica. It outlined the blackmail attempt with doorbell camera footage, the violation of client confidentiality, harassment through defamatory emails, A promise to pursue criminal and civil charges if they contacted me or anyone in my life again. But the best part? Greg CC'd Castellano at Prestige Event Planning. Castellano called me an hour later. Mr. Morrison, I've just seen the letter your attorney sent. I am appalled. We're pursuing our own legal action against Mr. Thatcher for violation of his NDA and client confidentiality. Would you be willing to cooperate? Absolutely. Turns out, Nolan's contract included a clause that he couldn't use client information for any purpose outside of company business for 2 years after termination. The penalty? $50,000. Update 5. The Spiral Tuesday. Jessica's dad called me. Richard had always been a straight shooter. Brett, what the hell is going on? Jessica's at our house crying about lawsuits and destroyed lives. I explained everything. The affair, the confession, the blackmail attempt, all of it. Long pause. Jesus Christ. She left you for the wedding planner and he tried to blackmail you? That's the short version, yeah. And now they're both being sued? Nolan is. Jessica just got a cease and desist. Another pause. Brett, I'm sorry. We raised her better than this. Not your fault, Richard. The hell it isn't. Look, what can I do to make this right? Nothing to make right. Just keep them away from me. Done. And Brett, that money we gave Jessica for the wedding? That was for both of you. I want you to have it. Richard, I can't. It's $15,000, Brett. Consider it an apology from the family. I'll handle Jessica. Wednesday morning, I woke up to 52 text messages from an unknown number. Jessica had gotten a burner phone. Please talk to me. Nolan's having a breakdown. He might lose his license. This is all my fault. I made a mistake. Can we meet? I'll leave Nolan if you drop the charges. That last one was telling. I screenshot everything and sent it to Greg. Thursday, another 3 a.m. visit. This time just Jessica. She looked terrible. Hadn't slept, hadn't showered. Mascara streaks down her face. Brett, please. Just 5 minutes. Jessica, you're violating the cease and desist. I'm calling the police. I don't care. Call them. At least I'll get to say what I need to say. I actually felt bad for a second. Then I remembered she'd been sleeping with our wedding planner for 2 months. You have until the police arrive. Nolan's not who I thought he was. He's angry all the time now. Blames me for everything. Says I ruined his life by falling for him. You both ruined your own lives. I know I messed up. But Brett, what we had is gone, Jessica. You killed it. I want to come home. This isn't your home. It never was. Your name isn't on the lease. 4 years, Brett? Doesn't that mean anything? It meant everything. Past tense. The cops arrived. Jessica went quietly. I declined to press charges but got a restraining order filed the next morning. Update 6. The finale. It's been 3 weeks since the coffee shop confession. Here's where everyone landed. Nolan, sued by his former company for $50,000, lost his professional certification for ethics violations. Last I heard, he moved back in with his parents and is working at a restaurant. The sophisticated wedding planner is now a waiter. Also, apparently he's telling people Jessica seduced and ruined him. Real class act. Jessica, living with her parents' house or Richard cut off her financial support and told her to grow up and face consequences. She's working retail now since her part-time influencer career somehow couldn't pay rent. Tried starting a new Instagram about surviving narcissistic abuse, but it got roasted so hard she deleted it within 48 hours. The company, Castellano, sent me a final check for $22,000 total. The extra was to ensure my silence about which company it was. He also blacklisted Nolan from every vendor in the industry. Turns out wedding planners have their own network, and Nolan is basically radioactive now. Me? I'm doing okay. Not great, not terrible, just okay. Went to therapy for a few sessions to process everything. Took a solo trip to Vegas with some of the wedding refund money. Lost $500 at blackjack, but had a blast. The apartment feels different now. Emptier, but also cleaner somehow. Like I fumigated the place of toxic energy, or whatever Jessica would have called it. My brother summed it up best. She left you for the help and thought you'd just take it. Instead, they both got exactly what they deserved, each other and nothing else. Final update. One last visit yesterday, 6 weeks post-confession. I got one final visit. Not from Jessica or Nolan, but from Nolan's ex-girlfriend Valentina. You're Brett, the groom? Ex-groom, but yeah. I wanted to thank you. Turns out, Nolan had been gaslighting her for months about why he was coming home late, why he was so secretive about his phone. She suspected something, but he convinced her she was paranoid and controlling. When he got fired and the truth came out, everything clicked. He'd been cheating on me with your fiancée while planning your wedding. We actually grabbed coffee and compared notes. The overlap was insane. Nights he told her he was with vendors, he was with Jessica. Times Jessica told me she was with her sister. She was with him. Valentina's parting words: they deserve each other. Two cheaters who threw away good relationships for a thrill. Let them live with that. Edit, since people keep asking. Yes, I kept the ring. Sold it for $8,000. Took a loss but worth it for the closure. No, I haven't started dating yet. Still processing. Yes, Richard still checks in on me. We grab beer once a week. No, I don't regret anything. They made choices. I just made sure there were consequences. The $22,000 from the company plus $15,000 from Richard, plus $8,000 from the ring, plus various refunds, which I actually came out ahead financially. Sometimes the best revenge isn't elaborate. Sometimes it's just letting people face the natural consequences of their actions while you refuse to be their safety net. Jessica wanted Nolan so badly she threw away 4 years. Now she's got him, unemployed, angry, and bitter. Nolan wanted to screw a client so badly he risked his career. Now he's got exactly what he earned: nothing. As for me, I dodged a bullet. Better to find out now than after the wedding. The universe did me a favor, even if it hurt like hell at the time. Done with this chapter? Next one starts now.